Alright, let's talk about veterans. The first thing we're going to talk about with veterans is there's two ways to field them. There's the melt-a-gun way, which I don't agree with. I think it's overdone, and it is ridiculous. And then there's the other way, which is my way, which I think I'm not the only one who does it, but I've never seen anyone else do it. And that's the super heavy support veteran squad. My veteran squad's goal isn't to be mobile, it's not to move around, it's to defend. And they do that fantastically. And the keys to that are Gunnery Sergeant Harker, sniper rifle, and autocannon. Alright, those are the three keys to my defense. Harker's great because on top of just being a good model, he also gives you Catechin Devils, which is infiltrate, stealth, and move through cover. Okay? Now, if you're going to take a squad of veterans, don't ever give them forward sentries when you can give them Gunnery Sergeant Harker for, 25 points more. Okay? For 25 points more, you get infiltrate, a guy with a heavy bolter, relentless, and just general awesome. Alright? So he really just adds a good stat line and another heavy weapon, and he gives him a cover save, and a better cover save, and all that good stuff. Snipers are important second because they're ballistic skill 4, alright? So they're hitting most of the time. They have a rending, and they have a really good range. Alright, I take 3. Now, the cheap way to get snipers, and I love the look of the Catechin snipers, but I can't afford them. So, I went with, if you take the binoculars, I know this is hard to see, but if you take the binoculars that come in the heavy weapons kit, cut them in half, you can put them on these guns, and they look just like sniper rifles. So, anyway, the sniper rifle's great because it's pinning, so it's great against small armies, weak armies, like Imperial Guard. You can shoot a squad of guardsmen, and with 3 sniper rifles, odds are they're gonna get pinned. And they also ignore toughness, so they're great against more elite armies. And with rending, they're good against even Space Marines because they don't get a cover save, or armor save. So, anyway. And then, lastly, for my little formula of awesome veteranness, comes the autocannon. And the cheap way to get an autocannon is if you already have a heavy weapons team, use the rocket launcher arm here, and the gunner arm here. And yeah, use the bipod from the mortar, and you have yourself a fantastic looking little autocannon. Now you can put these guys, the autocannon, pretty much anywhere and reliably kill stuff. The autocannon's the workhorse of the Imperial Guard. Combine that with Harker's heavy bolter, fantastic. So as far as heavy weapons goes, these guys are decked out. There isn't a single unit in the game that's a troop's choice, to my knowledge, that has as many heavy and special weapons as these guys do. So yeah, they're pretty great on offense, pretty great on defense, pretty great as a support. Can't say enough good about my veterans. The other way to field veterans, the melt-a-gun way, which is, for those of you who don't know, which you'd have to be living under a rock, what they'll do is they'll take a Chimera, put these 10 guys in, give 3 of them melt-a-guns, and either demolitions or grenadiers doctrines. Demolitions means that everyone has melt-a-bombs, and one of them gets a demolition charge. And the grenadiers one is they basically get a 4+ armor save. I'm okay with that, but eh. So anyway, so they'll take this up in a Chimera. The Chimera gets blown up. They pour out. and they just blow the crap out of tanks, Space Marines, you name it. Not a fan. I think that that's just fueling the bad rep that we get. Even more not a fan of is putting those 10 guys in a vendetta and running them up. I think that I've been playing guard for 3 years, and I think that never before have I gotten so many glares when I go places and I'm like, hey, I play guard. I get glares. I don't like it. I wish that people would stop making my army a bad army. Um, anyway, but that's how I feel my veterans. I don't park them on an objective. I put them close to an objective, but not quite on it. So they have to choose: do I attack them or do I go for the objective? But I'll probably do a tactics video on that at some point. Anyway, hope you enjoyed. Hope I've inspired you to not use veterans the gay way. And yeah.